Hello friends, this is Rashmi Singh and welcome to my channel Unraveling Science. Solutions for Class 9 Chapter 5, The Fundamental Unit of Life. In-text questions. Who discovered cells and how? An English botanist, Robert Hooke, discovered cell in 1665. He used self-designed microscope to observe cells in a cork slice. Why is the cell called structural and functional unit of life? Cells form the structure of an entity. A group of cells form a tissue, further an organ, and ultimately an organ system. They perform fundamental functions and life processes such as respiration, digestion, etc. in an organism. As they perform all the activities independently, hence they are referred as structural and fundamental unit of life. How do substances like carbon dioxide and water move in and out of the cell? Discuss. Substances like carbon dioxide and water move in and out of the cell by the process of diffusion from the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. When the concentration of carbon dioxide and water is higher outside the cell, then carbon dioxide and water moves inside the cell. When the concentration of carbon dioxide and water is lower outside the cell and higher inside the cell, then they move out of the cell. Why is plasma membrane called a selectively permeable membrane? The plasma membrane is called selectively permeable membrane as it permits the movement of only certain molecules in and out of the cell. Not all the molecules are free to diffuse. Not all molecules are free to diffuse. Filling the gaps in the following table illustrating differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. In prokaryotic cells, size is generally small, 1 to 10 micrometer. 1 micrometer is equals to 10 to the power minus 6 meters. Size of eukaryotic cell is generally large, 5 to 100 micrometer. Nuclear region is poorly defined because of the absence of nuclear membrane in prokaryotic cell and is known as nucleoid. Nuclear region is well defined and surrounded by a nuclear membrane in eukaryotic cell. Prokaryotic cell chromosomes is single. In eukaryotic, more than one chromosomes are present. In prokaryotic cell, membrane-bound organelles are absent. In eukaryotic cell, membrane-bound cell organelles such as mitochondria, plastids, etc. are present. Can you name the two organelles we have studied that contain their own genetic material? So the two organelles which have their own genetic material are mitochondria and plastids. If the organization of the cell is destroyed due to some physical or chemical influence, what will happen? If the organization of the cell is destroyed due to some physical and chemical influence, then cell will not be able to perform its basic functions like respiration, nutrition, etc. They may stop all life activity and result in its death. Why are lysosomes known as suicide bags? Lysosomes are called suicide bags because in case of disturbance of their cellular metabolism, they digest their own cell by releasing own enzyme. Where are proteins synthesized inside the cell? The proteins are synthesized in the ribosome that are also known as protein factories. Back exercises. Make a comparison and write down ways in which plant cells are different from animal cells. So the difference between plant and animal cell is plant cell wall is present. In animal cell wall is absent. Plant cell shape is either rectangular or square. Animal cell shape is round and irregular. In plant cell, nucleus is present on one side of the cell. In animal cell, nucleus lies in the center of the cell. In plant cell, lysosomes are rarely present. In animal cell, lysosomes are always present. In plant cell, plastids are present. In animal cell, plastids are absent. In plant cell, vacuoles are single or few large vacuoles that are centrally located. In animal cell, numerous small vacuoles are present. How is prokaryotic cell different from a eukaryotic cell? So the difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells are, in prokaryotic cells are unicellular, eukaryotic cells are multicellular. Size of a prokaryotic cell is generally small, 0.5 to 5 micrometer. Size of the eukaryotic cell is large, 50 to 100 micrometer. Nucleus region is poorly defined due to the absence of nuclear membrane in prokaryotes, and nuclear region is well defined and surrounded by nuclear membrane in eukaryotes. Prokaryotes contain single chromosomes, eukaryote contain more than one chromosome. Prokaryotic cell nucleolus is absent, nucleolus is present in eukaryotic cell. Membrane-bound cell organelles are absent in prokaryotic cells. Membrane-bound cell organelles like mitochondria and plastids are present in eukaryotic cell. Cell division occurs through binary fission in prokaryotic cell. Cell division occurs through mitosis in eukaryotic cell. Examples of prokaryotic cells are bacteria and Brugge in algae. Eukaryotic examples are fungi, plants, and animal cells. What would happen if the plasma membrane ruptures or breaks down? The plasma membrane acts as a barrier that controls the exchange of material through processes like osmosis and diffusion. If it ruptures and cell can't maintain an internal environment properly, as a result, essential protoplasmic material can leak out or harmful substances can enter unchecked. This description can lead to the death of the cell. What will happen to life of the cell if there was no Golgi apparatus? If there is no Golgi apparatus, the process such as storage, modification and packaging of products and formation of lysosomes will not be possible. Lysosomes are essential for cellular digestion and recycling. In the absence of Golgi apparatus, cell's ability to function and survive will be compromised. Which organelle is known as the powerhouse of the cell and why? Mitochondria is known as the powerhouse of the cell because energy required for various chemical activities needed for life is released by mitochondria in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate molecules. Where do the lipids and protein constituting the cell membrane get synthesized? So lipids are synthesized in smooth endoplasmic reticulum and proteins are synthesized in rough endoplasmic reticulum. How does an amoeba obtain its food? Amoeba obtain its food through the process of endocytosis. Amoeba's flexible cell membrane allows it to engulf food particles, forming a food vacuole around them with the help of pseudopodia, which are the extension of its cell membrane. Once the food is trapped inside the food vacuole, amoeba secretes digestive enzymes into the vacuole. These enzymes breaks down the engulfed food particles through digestion, allowing amoeba to absorb nutrients and sustain itself. What is osmosis? Osmosis is a process in which water molecules move from the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. Carry out the following osmosis experiment. Take 4 peeled potato halves and scoop each one out to make a potato cup. One of these potato cups should be made from the boiled potato. Put each potato cup in a trough containing water. Now, A. Keep cup A empty. B. Put 1 teaspoon of sugar in cup B. C. Put 1 teaspoon of salt in cup C. D. Put 1 teaspoon of sugar in the boiled potato cup D. Keep these for 2 hours and then observe the 4 potato cups and answer the following. Explain why water gathers in the hollowed portion of B and C. Water gathers in cups B and C because in both the situation there is a difference in the concentration of water in the trough and the water in the cup of potato. Hence osmosis takes place as the potato cell acts as a semi-permeable membrane. Why is potato in cup B necessary for this experiment? Potato A in a cup acts as a control setup. No water gathers in the hollowed portion of potato A. This shows that the potato cavity on its own cannot bring about osmosis. Explain why water does not gather in the hollowed portion of A and D. In cup A does not have change in concentration of water to flow. For osmosis to occur, one of the concentration should be higher than the other. In cup D, potato is boiled. Boiling disrupts the cell membrane. For osmosis to occur, semi-permeable membrane is required, which is disrupted in this case. Hence, as osmosis will not occur. Which type of cell division is required for the growth and repair of the body, and which type is involved in the formation of gametes? Mitosis. Mitosis is the type of cell division involved in the growth, development and repair of the body. It produces two identical daughter cells, each with same number of chromosomes as that of a parent cell. This process ensures that the body's cells can replace damaged and worn out cells. Meiosis. Meiosis is a type of cell division that occurs in a specialized cells called germ cells, which are involved in sexual reproduction. It results in the formation of a gamete, sperm and egg cells with half the number of chromosomes as that of the parent cell. During fertilization, these gametes combine to form a new organism with full set of chromosomes. Thanks for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe.